Hey everyone, welcome to the ultimate showdown, prophecy versus plan. It's the clash of the titans, the battle for the ages, or at least a fun way to spend the next 20 minutes. On one side, we have the mysterious allure of prophecy, where fate whispers secrets in your ear, or maybe just leaves a cryptic message on a fortune cookie. On the other side, we have the structured, organized world of planning, where spreadsheets reign supreme and color-coded calendars are a love language. Which one will emerge victorious? Well, grab your thinking caps and your sense of humor, because we're about to dive deep into this epic battle. We'll explore the history, the pros and cons, and even some hilarious real-life examples along the way. So, whether you're a free spirit who trusts the universe or a meticulous planner who loves a good to-do list, this video is for you. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even question everything you thought you knew about fate, free will, and the art of getting things done. Let the games begin. Now you might be thinking, prophecy versus plan, isn't that a bit esoteric? But trust me, this is about more than just crystal balls and Gantt charts. This is about how we navigate the beautiful, messy, unpredictable journey of life. Every day we're faced with choices, big and small. Do we trust our gut and follow the path that seems preordained, or do we meticulously map out every step? Do we embrace the unknown, or do we cling to the comfort of control? In a world that's constantly changing, understanding the roles of prophecy and planning can give us a unique perspective on how we approach our goals, our dreams, and even our everyday decisions. It's about finding that sweet spot between surrendering to the flow of life and taking charge to create the future we want. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's define our terms. What exactly do we mean by prophecy and plan? Prophecy, my friends, is like the universe's way of sending you a postcard from the future. It's a glimpse into what might be, a whisper of destiny, often delivered with a healthy dose of drama. Think Nostradamus, the Oracle of Delphi, or that one friend who always seems to know what's going to happen before it does. You know who you are. Planning, on the other hand, is all about taking control. It's about setting goals, creating strategies, and meticulously plotting your course. It's the art of saying to the universe, I've got this. Think spreadsheets, to-do lists, and those incredibly satisfying moments when you get to cross something off your list. So there you have it, prophecy versus plan. Two very different approaches to navigating the grand adventure of life. But which one is right for you? Well, that's what we're going to find out. All right, folks, let's talk prophecy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Prophecy? Isn't that just a bunch of hocus pocus for folks who can't handle a good spreadsheet? And hey, maybe you're right. But before we dismiss it entirely, let's give prophecy its due diligence. It's been around for centuries, shaping cultures, inspiring religions, and launching 1,000 fantasy novels. So clearly, it's doing something right. Prophecies come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes they're vague and cryptic, like a magic 8-ball having an existential crisis. Other times, they're eerily specific, predicting events with unsettling accuracy. But whether it's a vision delivered by a blind oracle or a message scrawled on a bathroom stall, you never know. Prophecies have a way of capturing our imagination and making us wonder, what if? Think of it like this. Prophecy is basically the universe's way of messing with us. It's like a cosmic prank show where we're all contestants. And the grand prize is, well, nobody really knows, but hey, that's half the fun, right? So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to take a wild ride through the world of prophecy. We'll be exploring its history, its impact on culture, and maybe even sharing a few spooky stories along the way. Cue the ominous music.
Section 2, From Delphi to Nostradamus, a historical tour of prophecy. Prophecy isn't exactly a new fad. It's been around for ages, with roots in ancient civilizations. From the Oracle of Delphi, dispensing cryptic wisdom, to Nostradamus, the OG of vague predictions, history is filled with figures claiming to foresee the future.
Prophecy and pop culture predicting box office hits and zombie apocalypses. Okay, so maybe you're not convinced by ancient oracles, but what about pop culture? Prophecy is everywhere in movies, TV shows, and books.
It's the driving force behind countless storylines, from epic battles to time-traveling teens. Think about it. How many movies start with a prophecy that sets the plot in motion? It's practically a cinematic cliché. But hey, we eat it up every time.
Because deep down, we're all suckers for a good prophecy. And let's not forget about the prophecy of the zombie apocalypse. Seriously, it's like every other TV show these days is predicting the impending doom of humanity.
Is it a commentary on our societal anxieties? A reflection of our morbid fascination with the end of the world? Or are the writers just really into zombies? Who knows? The point is, prophecy is alive and well in pop culture. It's a reminder that we're hardwired for stories, for meaning, for a glimpse beyond the veil of the everyday. True stories, weird coincidences, or something more. Now let's get personal. Have you ever had a dream that came true? Or met someone who seemed oddly familiar? Or maybe you just have a knack for calling heads or tails? We've all experienced those weird little moments that make us wonder if there's something more. Maybe it's not always about grand pronouncements from mystical beings. Maybe sometimes prophecy whispers to us in subtle ways.
All right, prophecy enthusiasts, we've had our fun with the mystical and the mysterious. But now it's time to switch gears and enter the realm of spreadsheets.
Planning isn't about sucking the joy out of life. It's about harnessing that joy. It's about taking control and making informed decisions. Think of planning as your secret weapon against life's curveballs. Though let's be honest, sometimes that's fun too.
Now, you might be thinking, planning? Sounds like something boring old people do. But hold on to your skepticism, my friend, because planning is anything but boring. It's the driving force behind humanity's most incredible achievements. Planning isn't just about grocery shopping and scheduling dentist appointments. It's the force behind some of humanity's greatest triumphs.
Okay, so we've established that planning is kind of a big deal, but how do we actually do it?
Planning tools and techniques are your trusty sidekicks. They help you wrangle your to-do list and conquer your goals.
Let's start with the basics. To-do lists are the to-do list. Whether pen and paper or a fancy app, it's your first line of defense, like picking up dry cleaning or saving the world. You know, the usual.
Section 4. The psychology of planning. Why it makes us feel so darn good.
Now, you might be wondering, why bother with all this planning stuff? Can't I just wing it? And hey, maybe you can. But here's the thing. Planning isn't just about getting things done. It's also about feeling good. That's right, folks. Planning has psychological benefits.
Think about it. When you have a plan, you feel more in control. You're not just reacting to life's curveballs. You're anticipating them, strategizing, and maybe even throwing a few curveballs of your own. And that sense of control can do wonders for your mental health.
Planning can also reduce stress and anxiety. When you know what's coming, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed by the unknown. It's like having a flashlight in a dark room. You can see where you're going, and that can make all the difference.
And let's not forget about the satisfaction of checking things off your list. Seriously, is there anything more satisfying than that? Every completed task is a little victory, a boost of dopamine that tells your brain, hey, we're doing this, we're adulting like champs.
So, the next time you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, remember, planning isn't just about being organized, it's about taking care of your mental health. It's about giving yourself the gift of peace of mind, one to-do list at a time.
Section 5. When plans go hilariously wrong because life loves a good plot twist.
Now, before we all get too carried away with our newfound love of planning, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Yes, my friend, sometimes plans go wrong. They go spectacularly, hilariously wrong.
But here's the thing about plans. They're not about being perfect. They're about being prepared.
So the next time your plan goes awry, don't despair. Laugh it off, adjust your course, and remember, life is a journey, not a destination. And sometimes the most scenic routes are the ones that weren't on the map.
Section 1. prophecy versus plan. A comic clash of styles.
Okay, folks, it's time for the main event. We've explored the mystical world of prophecy and the structured realm of planning. Now let's pit them against each other in a battle for the ages, or at least a friendly competition with some comedic commentary.
Imagine, if you will, a boxing ring. In one corner, we have prophecy, draped in flowing robes, clutching a crystal ball. In the other corner, we have plan, sporting a crisp suit, armed with a spreadsheet. I see your meticulously crafted plans, plan, and I laugh. Fate laughs. The universe laughs.
Oh, please, prophecy, spare me the dramatics. You call those vague pronouncements predictions? I call them wishy-washy guesses at best.
The crowd roars with laughter. This is going to be good. Section 2. The pros and cons, weighing the cosmic scales. All right, enough with the theatrics. For now, let's get down to business and weigh the pros and cons of prophecy and planning. Prophecy pros, mystery and intrigue. Prophecy adds an air of mystery and excitement to life. Inspiration and motivation. Sometimes a good prophecy can be just the kick in the pants we need to pursue our dreams. Cons, vague and unreliable prophecies are often about as clear as mud. Lack of control. Prophecy is all about surrendering to fate. Planning pros, structure and organization. Planning brings order to the chaos. Goal achievement. Planning is about setting realistic goals and creating actionable steps. Cons can be time-consuming. Planning takes time and effort. Risk of rigidity. It's important to be flexible. Section 3. Everyday showdowns. When prophecy and planning collide. Okay, so we've seen the pros and cons, but how do prophecy and planning actually play out in our everyday lives? Let's take a look at some hilarious and relatable scenarios. Scenario 1. Choosing a restaurant.
Prophecy. You remember that fortune cookie you cracked open last week? You will find culinary bliss at a restaurant with a red door.
Planning. You consult your trusty list of restaurants to try, make a reservation, and map out the route, only to find out they're closed for renovations. Scenario 2. Planning a vacation.
Prophecy. You spin a globe, close your eyes, and point your finger. Congratulations, you're going to Siberia in winter.
Planning. You spend months researching destinations only to find out your luggage has been lost and your hotel room has been double booked. Scenario 3. Deciding on a career path.
Prophecy. You consult a career psychic who tells you that you're destined to be a lion tamer.
Planning. You take career aptitude tests, research different industries, and create a 5-year plan, only to realize you hate your boss and co-workers. Section 4. Expert opinions, what the wise ones and not so wise ones say. Now let's hear what the experts have to say about this epic showdown. On prophecy.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln.
I never make predictions, especially about the future. Yogi Berra on planning.
A goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry.
The takeaway? Everyone has an opinion, but ultimately the best approach is the one that works for you.
All right, let's be real. Life is messy, unpredictable, and often hilarious.
And whether you're a prophecy enthusiast or a planning guru, you're bound to encounter a few bumps along the way.
The key is to embrace the unexpected. Find the humor in the chaos. And remember that sometimes, the best stories are the ones we didn't plan for.
Because let's be honest, who wants to watch a movie where everything goes according to plan?
So the next time your carefully crafted plan goes up in flames, take a deep breath, laugh it off, and remember,
Life is a journey, not a destination, and sometimes the most scenic routes are the ones that weren't on the map. Okay, folks, we've explored the mystical allure of prophecy and the structured world of planning, but now it's time to answer the age-old question, which one is better? Well, here's the plot twist. It's not about choosing sides, it's about finding balance. Prophecy teaches us to be open to possibilities, while planning helps us turn those possibilities into concrete goals. Prophecy is the spark, the initial burst of inspiration. Planning is the fuel that keeps you going. So instead of seeing prophecy and planning as opposing forces, let's view them as partners in crime. Okay, so we've established that prophecy and planning make a great team. But how do we actually integrate them into our daily lives? How do we find that sweet spot between surrendering to fate and taking charge?
Here are a few practical tips to help you find your flow. 1. Tap into your intuition. Start by paying attention to your gut feelings. 2. Set intentions, not just goals. Connect with your values and aspirations. 3. Be flexible, my friend. Life is full of surprises. 4. Embrace the detours. Sometimes the most rewarding experiences are the ones we didn't plan for.
And there you have it. Finding your flow is all about blending prophecy and planning in a way that works for you. Section 3. Real-life examples, people who nailed the prophecy-planning combo. Okay, let's get real. We all love a good success story.
The entrepreneur. This visionary leader trusted their gut, did their research, and crafted a solid business plan.
The artist. This creative soul followed their muse, honed their craft, and sought out mentors.
The everyday hero. This ordinary person had a dream and persevered, adjusted their plans, and never gave up.
The point is, success leaves clues.
And by studying the journeys of others, we can learn valuable lessons about how to integrate prophecy and planning in our own lives.
Here's to the journey ahead.
Section 4. Embracing the unexpected, because life's a journey, not a spreadsheet. As we wrap up this epic showdown between prophecy and planning, let's remember one crucial truth. Life is unpredictable.
But here's the good news. That's what makes life interesting.
So let's raise a glass to the art of finding balance, to embracing the unexpected, and to living our lives with a healthy dose of both prophecy and planning.
Because ultimately, it's not about getting it right all the time. It's about enjoying the ride.
Even when it feels like the roller coaster is about to fly off the tracks. So, who wins? The epic verdict? Spoiler, it's not a tie. Well, folks, we've reached the end of our prophecy versus planning showdown. The dust has settled, the spreadsheets have been tallied, and the crystal ball is looking a little less cloudy. Or maybe that's just my reflection. It's been a long day. So, who emerges victorious? The answer, my friends, may surprise you. It's not prophecy, and it's not planning. The real winner is balance. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Balance? That's so boring. I wanted a clear winner, a knockout punch, a decisive victory for team prophecy or team plan. But hear me out, folks. Life isn't about choosing sides. It's about finding that sweet spot, that harmonious blend of intuition and action, surrender and control, trusting your gut and making a plan, and maybe bringing a backup plan just in case. Think of it this way. Prophecy is like that friend who's always full of crazy ideas, spontaneous adventures, and what-if scenarios. They're fun to be around, they keep you on your toes, and they might even inspire you to step outside your comfort zone, or at least try that new sushi place down the street. Planning is like that friend who's always got it together, the one with the color-coded calendar, the perfectly packed suitcase, and the uncanny ability to always be on time, and maybe even a few minutes early, just to be safe. Now imagine trying to navigate life with only one of those friends. Sure, you might have some wild adventures with the prophecy friend, but you also might end up lost in the woods with no cell service again. And yeah, you could probably plan your way to a relatively stress-free existence with the planning friend, but you also might miss out on some spontaneous fun, and maybe even a few good stories to tell. But when you embrace the power of, and when you combine the excitement of prophecy with the structure of planning, that's when the magic happens. That's when you can chase your dreams with both passion and purpose, knowing that you've got a roadmap to guide you, and maybe a compass, just in case you decide to take a detour. Now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but what about real life? Well, that's where you come in, my friend. I want to hear your stories. Have you ever had a prophecy come true or hilariously backfire? Have you ever crafted a meticulous plan that went spectacularly right or hilariously wrong? Share your triumphs, your facepalm moments, your tales of how prophecy and planning have shaped your life, or at least your weekend plans. Head down to the comments section and let's have some fun. Who knows, your story might just inspire someone else to embrace the power of, or at least provide a much-needed laugh.
Yeah, come on, folks. We promise to laugh with you, not at you, mostly.
And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining me on this epic journey through the worlds of prophecy and planning. I hope you learned a thing or two, laughed a little, or a lot, and maybe even gained a new perspective on how you approach life's grand adventure. But wait, there's more. This isn't the end, my friend. It's just the beginning. Because here at your channel name, we're all about exploring life's big questions, and maybe even answering a few of them, eventually. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next life-changing, or at least mildly amusing video. Until next time, stay curious, stay organized, or at least try to. And remember, life's a journey, not a destination, unless you're using a GPS, in which case, please follow the instructions.